So I also want to share with you guys what I've been watching on YouTube kind of on a weekly basis, because what I watch changes all the time. Like sometimes I'll be watching crafting videos, or other weeks I'll go down the rabbit hole of like bug out bags, just random things that I watch. But this week I've been watching a lot of videos from Views on the Road, and it's like a cooking channel. She makes a lot of Mexican food, and I've just been watching that all this week. So many different recipes. I'm definitely gonna have to try one. She has one for these like smothered burritos that are really good. I watched one where she was making pan de muerto, which I think is like perfect for October. I may or may not make some. If I can find a bakery that makes them when I go down to visit my mother, I'll just buy one. But otherwise, I definitely do want to make some for Dia de los Muertos. But yeah, check out her channel. She has a lot of good stuff. It will make you hungry though, so just know that. So that was what I've been watching on YouTube, but what I've been watching like on TV or Netflix. So Netflix, they just released the last season of The 100, and I really like that show. So I'm kind of watching a few episodes from last season to kind of like remember what was there, and then probably this weekend I'll start watching some of this newer season, because I do really like the show and I kind of want to see how they end it. And then on TV, like on Sunday nights, I've been watching Darcey and Stacey. I'm so glad that Darcey got her own show. I really liked seeing her on 90 Day Fiancé, and her show with her sister Stacey has been good so far. I feel like Darcey and Georgie are really good together. I think he's kind of like very sweet with her, and I know that he's like technically still married, but I think like he didn't hide it from her, like he told her about it right away. So I don't know, I'm happy for her. I hope it works out. We'll kind of see, I guess, as the rest of the season progresses. And then in terms of like Stacey and Florian, I don't know how I feel about Florian. I feel like, you know, he does like care for Stacey, and I think one of the, like from the last episode, one of the things that kind of like really stood out to me was when they were getting married during quarantine, and he was like laying out all the little candles on the floor, and just like that scene made me feel like, okay, he does really care about her. Like if he's doing this for their wedding, like just that small little act. But at the same time, I do think like he has a temper, and like we kind of see that like when the wipers were going in the back of the car, and he kept telling her, like he was like yelling at her to turn the car off and not touch anything, or when he like kind of like blew up when she was having dinner with her friends and the friends were asking about that girl, and he just like walked off, like stormed off. So I think he has a temper, but at the same time I think he does care about her. And as far as like everything that happened with that girl, like I think she's kind of shady. I don't think that Florian's innocent in all of that, because I mean he was there, he was like doing whatever with her. I don't know like what happened, but at the same time I do think that other woman is a little bit shady, and she's just trying to make it like she's trying to bring the drama basically. So I don't know if it was just really a mistake on Florian's part, and like he's kind of moved past that and he like is really dedicated to Stacey, or if he's just kind of like playing everybody as a fool. I don't know how to think about him. And I think that probably a lot of viewers feel that way, just because we don't get to hear a lot from his perspective. And I think that's just kind of where the language barrier comes in. If he could maybe speak in his own language, and then they just like translate it on the screen and you can read what he's saying, I think it would be better, because I think like because his English isn't super good, we don't hear a lot of his side of the story. So I don't know. I just don't know what to think. And I feel bad for Stacey, because like no one ever wants to see like the person that they're married to you know, doing whatever they're doing with somebody else and have it like have videos of that. But you know, at the same time, like, we're not in their relationship, we don't know what they mean to each other. So I'm still trying to like figure him out, figure out Florian, see like whether or not I like him. But yeah, I've been watching Darcey and Stacey, and I'm gonna keep watching Darcey and Stacey on Sunday nights. And then as far as like what I've been listening to, like audiobook wise, normally I'll listen to my audiobook when I'm washing dishes, just because washing dishes is my least favorite thing to do. And so I just like to have something to kind of help me pass the time. But I've been listening to The Hills of Baldwin. And it's like a short audiobook. It's narrated by Vivica A. Fox, and it's funny. I think it's very humorous. It's not at all what I expected, but at the same time, it kind of works. It's like this like satire, and it's a play off of like a daytime soap opera drama. But I'm reading it. I think I have like an hour and a half, or listening to it. I have about an hour and a half left in it. And it's just been kind of lighthearted, something kind of silly to listen to. And I love Vivica A. Fox, so just hearing her voice is nice. And yeah, like I got an email from, like, you get the updates, like emails on what you should be asking your Alexa, and one of them that came up was like asking about Mariah Carey's memoir, and it'll play like the first chapter of her memoir on Audible. And I was listening to that, and it seemed pretty interesting. I have 4 Audible credits, and I need to like go through and kind of buy some books, so I may end up getting that Mariah Carey memoir just to hear a little bit more about her, you know, background or her childhood. But I'm not sure yet how I'm gonna like spend my credits. But yeah, that's just kind of like the entertainment stuff that I've been watching and listening to recently.